Welcome back to my channel. My hair is disgusting. So it's been straight for like 3 weeks. Yeah, so I got it done on my birthday, January 11th, and it's February, hold on, February 7th. So almost a month. Oh Lord, yeah. So it's about that time. I've just been wearing it in buns. So while I'm reverting my hair back to curly, I'm gonna be answering some natural hair questions. I asked my Instagram, y'all was real dry, but I did get a couple of questions, and you know, that's cool. I'm gonna answer those. So I'm going to split. I'm gonna try not to look in the viewfinder. I'm trying to look in the camera, but y'all know that's hard for me. So I'm gonna split my hair in the middle. Okay, girl, I don't have no towel. I know I was getting something. Yeah, so this is gonna be very interesting because I haven't really worn like my hair like curly in a while. So like even before I got my hair straightened, it was very much like buns, and like it wasn't nuts. I wasn't taking care of it like I should have been. So this is gonna be awkward because I don't know how these curls about to look. But let's see, and let's ask questions. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Also, invest in those. If you're natural, invest in some clips. Like, it's literally a must. So what I'm gonna be using is a deep conditioner, this hair mask treatment. I'm gonna be using this just to basically deep treat it. I'm gonna sleep on it and then like wake up, of course. But okay, so my nail is breaking. 1 second. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with a little section like this. Spray bottle, you could get this from literally, I would say the beauty supply store. No, I need a towel. This is, okay, so I have my t-shirt sitting on my lap. So, oh, it stink, y'all. It's honestly, like, I would keep my hair straight, but it is so dirty. Like, okay, I also have some grapeseed oil. My scalp is screaming. So, boom. I should have did this better because if I'm gonna answer the questions, I need my hands to be free. Okay, cool, no worries. So yeah, let's get to the questions while my hair takes forever to revert back. So the first question is, do you think deep conditioning is really important? Absolutely. Anyone who has been like following me or following my hair journey knows how important deep conditioning is, especially when you're transitioning. Like, I know a lot of people aren't fully natural and haven't like really got there yet, which is completely okay. But you have to deep condition. Like, if you don't deep condition at least once a week, or honestly at least twice a month, do it twice a month if you can't do it once a week. And then deep condition with heat is super, super important. It's going to keep your hair moisturized because that's the biggest thing about natural hair and it not growing is because it has no moisture. Like, dry hair is not going to grow. So that's the answer. Do you use a regular conditioner to deep condition? Absolutely not. I use anything that says mask. I'll even mix some conditioners and mix it with some oil in it. I'm never gonna use just like Tresemme to deep condition. Like, now if you're struggling and your money looking a little crazy, sure, do what you gotta do. But buy some dollar oils and like mix it in there. Like, you wanna use products that are meant to put that moisture back into your hair. So that's what I would say for that question. How often do you trim? So my stylist in New Orleans mainly trims for me, but since I live in Philly and won't really be going to New Orleans much anytime soon, I'm thinking every 2 months I'm gonna like a dust. That way it's not getting so bad to where I'm like struggling when it comes to like my ends, because when I'm doing a wash and go or when I'm detangling, I can tell that it's not, the ends aren't right. So once I get like a fresh trim, once I get a fresh trim, I know that my ends are like good. Like right now, when I probably wash it tomorrow, my ends are gonna be like amazing. But I do also have a brush here to brush through it. But my curls look way loose back here, and my curls in the back are not loose. So, but your curls take a while to bounce back as well. So I wouldn't think too deep into it if you revert it and it's like whatever. What are some products you picked up for growth? So I picked up some scalp oils for growth. Of course, you'll do deep conditioner for growth. See, products for growth is tough. I think growth is more in your routine. Growth is more in like what growth is more in your day-to-day. So growth really isn't a product. So outside of like oiling your scalp, a product is not going to make your hair grow if it's not oil-based and like serving that purpose. So when people are like, oh, my hair grew because of this one product, like it took a routine, it took more than like a product. So that's what I would say to that question. Growth is more about the process and the routine that you have rather than one simple product, especially like a curling cream. Like that is not going to make your hair grow. Like when are you using that curling cream? Like how are you utilizing it? Like how often do you use it? Like you have to be able to have that mapped out before you go and say a product has made your hair grow. So I would never give my hair growth to one product. I would give it to my discipline and my routine and things like that. So that's what I would say for that question. It's fun. And I'll be like, you be on the questions too long now. We gotta get to it. Where is your natural hair at now on your journey of getting to your waist? That's a good question. So it's in my mid to lower back. It's been there for a minute, I will say that, but again, I haven't done all the right things I've needed to do. But it definitely is growing. I just have so much shrinkage, you would never know that my hair was that long, but like, I can't really stand up right now. But it's like under my boob, for sure, which is about mid, I'm gonna say more mid back than lower back. I'll be trying to just give myself some more inches. But yeah, so it's mid lower back, and it'll probably take me 2 years to get it where I want, which is fine with me. I mean, I'm just blessed to have hair on my head, you know? So, okay, so what this section doing? Because this is scaring me a little bit. Did moving across the country cause you to change your hair routine? Yeah, I'm gonna say both, yes and no. Yes, because out here it's colder and I can't go out with a wet wash and go, or like I can't go out with a wet slick bun. So a lot of the styles I do are like on really old wash and goes, and like I find myself laying my edges a lot more because like they can't be wet because it's cold out here. I live in Philadelphia, by the way, for people who do not know. But I will say it changes me not washing my hair as often. So like I barely cold wash. I shampoo, condition, and deep condition once a week. So however I style my hair is how I gotta wear it through that week. So whether that's a bun, you know, I gotta redo the bun midweek because my buns don't last all week. And when I do a bun, I make sure it's like dry. So I do it like Sunday morning and it'll be dry by Monday morning. But just things like that I have to just be careful about because I can't catch no cold because of this weather out here. So yes, it's changed because of my cold wash routine, because I don't do my cold wash routine anymore. So next question. How do you deal with the stigma of your natural hair not being professional? Wow, that's interesting. I don't really want to say something to deal with. Like I accept questions and comments about my hair. Like of course if they're respectful, I don't mind telling people at my workplace about my hair. But you know, I work with not many people that look like me, let alone have hair like me. So it does get complicated if I'm like wearing it a certain way, but like I wear my hair how I want. Like my job is the kind of job that's never gonna tell me how I can wear my hair. So I'm definitely grateful for that fact, but I don't have to like watch how I wear it. Like for my own self, I'm like, okay, my headshots, for my interview, I'm gonna wear a bun, or for my headshots, I wanna wear it natural. Like I pick and choose because that's just me. But it not being like professional, it definitely, it's getting better like with time, but I'm true to myself. I'm me unapologetically. So I just wear my hair how I want. So I wouldn't even say the whole professional thing anymore, because like so many things are changing, like with 2020 being such a like pivotal time in acceptance. So I think that's how I deal with it, by just doing it how I want, because I know I'm gonna work for someone or one day for myself and not have to worry about my hair. You know, like I never work for a company who says I can't wear my hair how I want. Like, what? No. So, you know, that's the main thing about natural hair in professional settings. But if you want more detail than that, let me know off-site or whatever. Pros and cons of natural hair. Oh, that's a loaded question, honey. It's a lot of both. It's a lot of both. I feel like I'll name 2 of each. So one con is the time and the patience you have to have. Like, stress, okay? And it's like, you know, if you want to be cute, like, you know, like you want to make sure you in your best light. And it's like with your natural hair, it's unpredictable. So you can wake up and think you about to look like a movie star and you really look like a pigeon. So it's like you gotta take it for what it is with your natural hair. Like that, you have to really be accepting and patient. Like, so I would say that's the cons. The pros is like the amount of styles I can do. Like most people who have just like straight hair has to wear their hair straight. But I have so many styles that I can do. I'm lazy, so I don't, but I have options. I'll say that. The pros are options, and the pros are me not ever needing, like, not saying things wrong with weave, but me just being able to be 100% comfortable in my natural hair. And I feel like when you're older, that's super important too. Like if I'm at my mom's age, I'm not about to be wearing no full sew-ins. Like I want to make sure my hair makes me comfortable enough, has me confident enough to take pride in it and wear it. So I feel like for everybody that should be like the goal, but I know some people just don't need to deal with their hair. I don't think it's important, but I would say for me, it's important to feel comfortable with my hair in its natural state, however it comes out of my scalp, and just perfect it and learn how to do it so I can be comfortable. And that took, of course, time. It won't happen overnight. But yeah, that's what I would say about pros and cons specifically. Thoughts on Diva Curl. I told y'all about them expensive products. Like I knew something was off with Diva Curl when I see the bottle versus the price. I'm like, who is buying that? Like, I mean, mind you, it's not a high-end products, but it just never, nothing ever attracted me to buy it. Nothing. So, my thoughts are, do your research, because people have been saying for years that Diva Curl has been brewed with their hair and not effective when back in the G for real. So, I don't want to say I do my research on every product I use, no, but it's like if I hear something that's like crazy about a product, something's definitely gonna make it, you know, make me not want to use it. And then so many influencers and YouTubers, like you can see enough videos and do enough research to know if a product isn't for you. And at the end of the day, I'm forever modeling on a budget, so Diva Curl was not for me in the first place. So that's my thoughts on it, but to each his own, and I hope whoever's hair is damaged from it can recover and, you know, make a comeback. But that's how I feel about Diva Curl. Oh, my favorite hairstyle. I don't know. I feel like the hairstyle that photographs the best is like my extended ponytails, because it's like I really can't go wrong with that. But my favorite is just when my hair is like big and like a big with a middle part. I just think that's my favorite right now, simply because I've like perfected. I wouldn't say perfected. I've gotten good at my wash and goes, and like so I can really get them good to where it's super, super like big and fluffy. I just love when my hair is like big and fluffy and I can just not have no worries and not do my edges. Because when my hair is big and fluffy, I don't have to do my edges. Fun fact, if your hair is gonna cover your face, oil your edges back. Don't use no gel. You don't have to drench your edges with gel for every style. Not worth it. But again, it depends on the kind of hair you have. My hair isn't super, super like textured in the front to where I can get away with that. If you feel like you can, of course, use what you have to use. But if you don't have to use edge control in the front of your hair, don't. How to retain moisture. I feel like that's a whole other video in itself, but simply if you're wearing your hair out, you need to have a routine. You don't just need to wear your hair out and pour a product in it. So depending on the hairstyle you're doing, you need to have a leave-in, a cream, an oil, or vice versa. Leave-in, or oil, a cream, a gel. Like it has to be something where you're not gonna do your hair to have to do it the next day. Like when people say, oh, I gotta retwist my hair, like how you retwisting your hair the next day? Now again, that takes practice, it takes time, but if you're doing a twist out, as a natural, you shouldn't be twisting your hair every night. No. If you have to find a routine to make sure, hey, okay, what can I do to make my twist like last, and like how can it at least for 3 days? Like everyday thing, no, don't, sis, you should not be doing your hair every night. Absolutely not. absolutely not be doing your hair every night. And if you are, it's time to change up your routine and you have to retain more moisture. Because if you think you have to do your hair every night, that means it's dry and it's not defined and it's messed up in your eyes, you know? So of course people know how they like their hair to look. So if it's dry, that means in your hair, like, oh, that means I gotta do it again. I gotta add more water, add more product. You shouldn't be adding product to your hair every single night. Absolutely not. The only product you should be adding is maybe oiling your scalp or like massaging your scalp. Do that every night, but a full-on routine over? No. So I would say retain the moisture, depending on your hair type, it depends. But I would have a set leave-in something like you have to be able to use something depending on the style. So if you're just doing a slick back bun, you can just do a leave-in conditioner and a cream and an oil to make sure it's moisturized. But if you're doing a wash and go, you may just do a leave-in and a gel. So it depends on like what works for you, but you have to experiment. You can't retain moisture without experimenting. So if you don't wear your hair out enough, or if you don't do it enough, experiment with it enough, you're not ever gonna learn how to retain moisture because everybody's hair is different. So that's that. Somebody else said how much time to wait in between trims. I would say when it comes to trimming, you really have to get a gauge like of your hair. Like if your hair is hard to detangle while you're in the shower and it's get to the bottom and you like knot and pull it, no, that may be time for a trim. Now if your hair is hard to detangle in the shower and you've just trimmed it, that means it's not getting enough moisture. That means you've waited too long to wash it. So like I said, it really depends on where you at in like life when it comes to that. But I would say my stylist says every 6 to 8 weeks, but I feel like for naturals it could be a little longer because I'm not trimming my hair every month and a half. Nope. I'm sure not, but I feel like 2 to 3 months for sure, especially if it's in a protective style, or like if it's doing something that it ain't got no business doing, or if it's like not being done all the time, like it's gonna need to be trimmed at some point. But like I said, it depends. That's on a case by case basis. But like you have to be able to see your hair for what it is. Like if you want to keep your length, you just may have to sacrifice that. Like if length is not important, health is. No matter how long I want my hair, I gotta make sure I'm keeping my length. So that's a good bit of the question. Somebody said, yeah, the best way to retain length. I think the best way to retain length is to do your hair. Like you literally, I mean, again, I get protective styles, you can retain it because it's growing while it's under there. But it's like if you don't do your hair and like feel it and know what it's doing, you ain't gonna never know if you're retaining the length or not. Like you're never gonna know, like if you see the process or, okay, this not curling up, this is kind of making me nervous. Yeah, so you're not gonna know. And it's like, you want to be at the forefront of that. You want to know from your hair, like, okay, clearly I'm doing something wrong, so like, what can I do to switch it up or whatever. But I feel like retaining length, a big part of that is deep conditioning as well. Because if your hair does not have any type of moisture going into its next week, like once it gets dry means it breaks off. It breaks off means you're not retaining your length. So, oh yikes. I'm talking about retaining length and I might have heat damage. Okay, y'all lied, not right here, but okay, I'm gonna just keep one stuff on it. Let me see. I think someone asked something about how do I sleep. Let's see. Like I said, hopefully y'all ask me. I see more questions in the morning, but I'm very disappointed because everybody be asking me about hair stuff, and I put a poll on the Instagram, and I got multiple questions from like one person, but I want to know, you know, like I want y'all to interact with me. So shout out to y'all who ask me questions, but I be knowing people have way more questions and they gonna want me to answer it on another time. I'm like, nope, because I told y'all I was on this video. So someone said, how do you maintain it while it's straight? So what I do while it's straight, I stopped wrapping it because I felt like wrapping it was keeping it more, like the oils in it more, which made it go more oily. So my hair was never really oily, it was just dirty, which is good. So I stopped wrapping it. And what I would do, I would either do 4 big bantu knots, and so it came out wavy. I'll try to find pictures and like insert what the waves would look like, but that's what I would do to keep it straight. And I would not use any water-based products or no gel. I barely use edge control. I would just try to like slick it down for my ponytails. But I didn't put too much product on it. Like if I couldn't wear it in a high bun because of the product I needed, I would wear it in a low bun because I just didn't even want to put all the extra stuff in it because it was already dirty. But yeah, I would just do either 2 band knots or 4, or I did like flexi rods. And I cut it on my scalp, of course, but it was itching so bad. But yeah, definitely the band knots. And sometimes I wear the band knots to work. Like it was a decent, like cute style you could wear to keep it straight. But it kind of has to have some type of curl to it, and when it gets to the end, it's gonna be real like loose. So, oh Lord. Okay, y'all. So that was most of the questions. I may answer more in the morning when I come on here and show y'all how it looks tomorrow when I rinse out the deep conditioner. Hopefully people have asked me more questions. But yeah, that's the gist. I'm using my pads and my fingers, by the way, not my nails. I'm trying not to use my nails, but it's hard. Okay, so one more question I forgot. Favorite products, moisturizers especially. How do you wrap and protect it at night? So some of my favorite products are... I like a lot of stuff. So I'll say my favorite for sure is the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle. Like if you haven't tried that conditioner, not even 3-Minute Miracle, like just a conditioner in general is amazing. I do want to try the line, but I just haven't got around to it. So I'll say Aussie for sure. That conditioner is moisture, okay? I also like Miele Organics Hair Leave-In Conditioner. It's a spray, and I rarely like spray leave-ins, but it really keeps my hair like bouncy and fluffy, which I think I like. A lot of products that are like water-based I don't like for leave-ins, but that leave-in I like. It's the white peony or something. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll link it below. Another favorite, my new favorite is this conditioner, this deep conditioner right here. It is the Miele Hawaiian Ginger Moisturizing Overnight Conditioner. So I'm going to put that in my head as well. I use this to just like get my curls back because I don't really like this like that. Like I love eating, but this don't really do it for me. Like it don't give me, like it's moisturizing, but it's not like what I want a deep conditioner to be. So I just use it for like reverting, and I use it for, you know, quick stuff. But this overnight one I really like. So but yeah, my favorites are like really simple. Like I like simple shampoos. Like I don't have 1 or 2 favorites. Like I use a lot of stuff, but I just use stuff that's like works. Now if I could get it, I'll probably have to get you a new like list of favorites, because I have like my favorites that ran out that I ain't buying no more, and I have like new stuff because I gotta use the rest of my stuff. So that was a loaded question, that's a lot. How I wrap it at night depends on what the style is. So if I have a bun, I do a do-rag and I tie it as tight as I could and then put a bonnet on top. And if it's a wash and go, I just put a bonnet on top of, not a bonnet, sorry, a scarf on top with my oversized bonnet. So my oversized bonnet, of course, my mom made it, she makes bonnets. More about that coming soon. She's about to get her business up and running, but all my bonnets are made by my mom. I don't buy beauty store bonnets anymore. So she makes the really big ones that my hair can sit in, because pineapple just shrink my hair up and make my hair look shorter, and I don't like that. So that's what I do for the nighttime. And of course, when it's straight, I'll just do my little bantu knots and then put a bonnet on top of it. So a bonnet is really like the main thing. The only time I use just a scarf is when I use just a scarf. Like if I'm lazy and I gotta wash it, when I use just my scarf and the scarf is big, I won't put the bonnet on top of the scarf, especially if I have like a silk pillowcase. But like it's one-off. So I sleep with something on my head every night. I never go to sleep with, like, it feels weird at this point going to sleep without something on my head. Hair's always wrapped up, because that cotton pillowcase tears you up. Like no, put something on your head, like something. But yeah, now I'm gonna go finish this side of my head.